Hey Gemini, I need you to sit down for this one, because what I am about to share with you is something that honestly gave me chills when I pulled these cards. I have been doing tarot for years now, and every once in a while the universe just drops something so specific and so powerful that you cannot ignore it. This is one of those moments. The energy coming through right now for Gemini is absolutely extraordinary, and I am not even exaggerating when I say this. There is a date coming up that you need to mark on your calendar because what is about to unfold is something that genuinely only happens once in a lifetime. We are talking about unexpected money appearing out of nowhere and a love situation that is going to catch you completely off guard in the best possible way. I have been sitting with these cards for a bit now, and the more I look at them, the more I realize how significant this reading is. The universe is literally lining things up for you, Gemini, and I know that might sound dramatic, but I promise you, when you see what these cards are saying, you are going to understand exactly why I am so excited to share this with you. This is not just about a little bit of extra cash or a cute romantic moment. This is about a fundamental shift in your reality that is going to change the trajectory of your entire path moving forward. So let me just dive right in because honestly, I cannot wait to show you what came through. The first card I pulled for you is the Six of Wands, and oh my goodness, Gemini, when this card showed up, I literally had to take a moment because the energy was so strong. The Six of Wands is all about victory and recognition and public acknowledgement of your efforts. This is the card of someone who has been working hard behind the scenes and suddenly everyone can see it. You know that feeling when you have been putting in all this effort and nobody really notices, and then one day everything just clicks and people start recognizing your value? That is exactly what this card is telling me is coming for you. What I find really interesting about the Six of Wands appearing first is that it sets the tone for everything else that is coming through in this reading. This is not a passive energy. This is you actively stepping into a role of leadership and visibility. I keep seeing this image of you rising above a situation that maybe has kept you feeling small or unseen for a while. There is something about the way this card showed up that tells me you have been underestimated by someone or maybe even by yourself, and that is about to change in a really dramatic way. The Six of Wands often appears when there is some kind of public victory or achievement. For some of you, this could be related to your career or a project you have been working on. Maybe you have been putting together a business plan or working on a creative endeavor and you were not sure if it was going to work out. This card is telling me that not only is it going to work out, but people are going to celebrate you for it. I am talking about recognition that goes beyond just a pat on the back. This is the kind of acknowledgement that opens doors and creates opportunities you did not even know were possible. But here is what really gets me about this card in your reading specifically. The Six of Wands is not just about external validation. It is also about that internal moment when you finally recognize your own worth and power. There is something about this energy that tells me you have been doubting yourself or questioning whether you are on the right path. This card is the universe saying, yes, you absolutely are, and everyone is about to see it, including you. The timing of this is significant because it is connected to that date I mentioned earlier. There is a specific moment coming up where everything is going to align in a way that feels almost miraculous. I also want to talk about the financial aspect that is coming through with this card, because the Six of Wands can definitely indicate rewards and compensation for your efforts. If you have been waiting for money that is owed to you or hoping for a raise or bonus, this card is a really positive sign. There is an energy of receiving what you deserve and it coming in a way that feels celebratory. This is not just scraping by or barely making ends meet. This is abundance that allows you to breathe and feel secure and maybe even treat yourself to something nice. Now let me pull the next card because the energy is building and I can feel that there is so much more to uncover here. The second card that came through is the King of Pentacles in Gemini. When I tell you this card is absolutely perfect for what is coming, I mean it. The King of Pentacles represents mastery over the material world. This is someone who has built something solid and sustainable. This is wealth and stability and the kind of success that does not just flash and disappear. We are talking about long-term abundance here. What strikes me most about the King of Pentacles showing up in your reading is that it confirms what the Six of Wands was already hinting at. You are moving into a position of power and authority, especially when it comes to financial matters. This card tells me that you are going to be making decisions from a place of confidence and security. For those of you who have been struggling with money or feeling uncertain about your financial future, this is such a reassuring card to see. The King of Pentacles does not just survive, he thrives, and he does it by being smart and strategic and patient. I am getting the sense that some of you might be stepping into a leadership role at work or maybe even starting your own business venture. The King of Pentacles energy is very entrepreneurial. This is someone who sees opportunities and knows how to capitalize on them. If you have been thinking about investing in something or making a major financial decision, this card is telling me that you have the wisdom and the resources to make it work. Trust your instincts here because your judgment is going to be sharp. There is also a really interesting romantic element to the King of Pentacles that I want to mention. This card can represent a person who is going to come into your life or become more prominent in your existing relationship. If we are talking about a person, this is someone who is stable and grounded and successful. This is not someone who is going to play games with your heart or waste your time. The King of Pentacles is a provider and a protector. He is someone who shows love through actions and commitment. For those of you who are single, this could be indicating that you are going to meet someone who is genuinely ready for something serious and has the maturity to back it up. What I love about this card following the Six of Wands is that it shows progression. First, you get the recognition and the victory, and then you step into the role of the king. You are not just having a moment of success, you are building an empire. The King of Pentacles knows that real wealth comes from consistency and smart choices over time. This is the energy you are embodying right now, and it is going to serve you incredibly well. Let me pull the third card because I can feel that there is a dynamic shift happening in the energy. The Knight of Wands just flew out of the deck, and honestly, Gemini, this makes so much sense with everything else that has come through. The Knight of Wands is pure fire energy. This is passion and adventure and bold action. If the King of Pentacles is about building something stable, the Knight of Wands is about the exciting journey of getting there. This card represents momentum and enthusiasm and the courage to take risks. What I am seeing with the Knight of Wands is that there is a situation or opportunity that is going to require you to move fast. This is not the time to overthink or second-guess yourself. The Knight of Wands charges forward with confidence even when he does not have all the answers. There is something about this card that tells me you are going to be presented with a chance to do something bold and maybe a little bit scary, and you are going to need to trust yourself enough to say yes. For some of you, this could be related to travel or relocation. The Knight of Wands often appears when there is movement or a change of scenery on the horizon. Maybe you have been thinking about moving to a new city or taking a trip that could open up new opportunities. This card is encouraging you to pursue those adventurous impulses because they are going to lead you somewhere amazing. There is a sense of expansion with this energy, like your world is about to get a whole lot bigger and more exciting. In terms of romance, the Knight of Wands is absolutely electric. This is passionate, intense chemistry that feels almost overwhelming in the best way. If you are single, this card can indicate meeting someone who sweeps you off your feet. This is that person who makes you feel alive and excited and maybe a little bit reckless. There is an element of spontaneity here, like maybe you meet someone while traveling or in an unexpected setting. For those of you who are in a relationship, the Knight of Wands can indicate a rekindling of passion. Maybe things have felt a bit routine lately, and this energy is going to shake things up and remind you why you fell for each other in the first place. What I find really powerful about having both the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands in the same reading is that it shows balance between stability and excitement. You are building something solid with the King, but you are also staying open to adventure with the Knight. This is the sweet spot where you can be responsible and grounded, while still allowing yourself to take chances and have fun. Not a lot of people can walk that line, but you are being shown that you can have both. Now, the fourth card I pulled is Death, and I know that might sound scary, but please hear me out because this is actually one of the most powerful cards in the entire deck. Death is not about physical endings in the way we typically think about them. This card is about transformation and rebirth. It is about letting go of what no longer serves you, so that something new and better can emerge. When Death shows up, it means that a significant chapter of your life is closing, and a brand new one is beginning. For you, Gemini, this transformation is directly connected to everything else we have been talking about. The recognition you are receiving with the Six of Wands and the abundance you are stepping into with the King of Pentacles are only possible because you are willing to release old patterns and beliefs. Death is asking you to let go of any outdated versions of yourself that are keeping you stuck. Maybe you have been holding on to a story about who you are or what you are capable of that is no longer true. This card is the universe saying it is time to shed that old skin and step fully into your power. I am getting a really strong message that for some of you, this transformation is related to how you view money and success. Maybe you grew up with certain beliefs about wealth, or you have been telling yourself that you are not the type of person who gets to have financial freedom. Death is showing up to destroy those limiting beliefs completely. You are being given a fresh start and a new identity when it comes to your relationship with abundance. This is huge because the stories we tell ourselves about money often become self-fulfilling prophecies. When you change the story, you change the reality. There is also a relational component to the Death card that I want to address. For some of you, there might be a relationship or dynamic that needs to end in order for you to move forward. This does not necessarily mean a romantic breakup, although it could. It might be a friendship that has run its course or a family pattern that you are finally ready to break free from. Death asks us to be honest about what is no longer working and to have the courage to walk away. I know that can be really difficult, especially when there is history or emotional attachment involved, but sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself is to let go. What makes the Death card so powerful in this reading is that it is surrounded by cards of victory and abundance. This tells me that the transformation you are going through is not just necessary, it is directly leading you to everything you have been wanting. The old version of you could not hold the level of success and love that is coming. You needed to evolve first. Death is clearing the path and making space for miracles to unfold. The fifth card I am pulling for you is the Ace of Swords in Gemini. This is where things get really interesting because the Ace of Swords is all about clarity and truth and breakthrough moments. This is the card of mental clarity and cutting through confusion and seeing situations exactly as they are. When the Ace of Swords appears, it means that you are about to have a major realization or understanding about something that has been unclear. What I love about the Ace of Swords showing up here is that it gives you the tools you need to navigate everything else that is happening. With all this transformation and opportunity coming your way, you need to be able to think clearly and make decisions from a place of truth rather than fear or emotion. The Ace of Swords is giving you that gift. You are going to have moments of profound insight where everything suddenly makes sense. That confusion or doubt you have been feeling is about to lift, and you are going to see your path forward with crystal clarity. I am also getting that the Ace of Swords can represent communication and important conversations. There might be something that needs to be said or a truth that needs to be spoken. Maybe you have been holding back from expressing how you really feel about a situation or person. This card is encouraging you to speak up and be direct. The Ace of Swords cuts through the noise and gets straight to the point. There is power in your words right now, and using them wisely could change everything. In terms of the unexpected money that is coming through, this card might represent a contract or agreement. The Ace of Swords is associated with legal matters and documents and official communications. If you have been waiting to hear back about a job offer or business deal or any kind of formal arrangement, this card suggests that news is coming and it is going to be favorable. There is something about signing on the dotted line and making things official that is part of your journey right now. The clarity that the Ace of Swords brings is also going to help you in your romantic life. If you have been confused about someone's intentions or uncertain about whether a relationship has a future, this card promises that the truth is going to be revealed. You are not going to be left guessing anymore. The Ace of Swords illuminates what has been hidden and gives you the information you need to make empowered choices. For some of you, this might mean finally having that difficult conversation you have been avoiding. The truth might be uncomfortable, but it is also incredibly freeing. Let me move on to the sixth card, which is the Five of Wands, and this is where the reading takes an interesting turn. The Five of Wands is about conflict and competition and challenges. When this card shows up, it usually indicates that there is some kind of struggle or opposition you are dealing with. Now, I know that might sound negative after all the positive cards we have seen, but stay with me because there is actually a really empowering message here. The Five of Wands is telling me that not everyone is going to be happy about your success. When you start rising and claiming your victory like we saw with the Six of Wands, there are going to be people who feel threatened or jealous. The Five of Wands represents those external challenges and the people who might try to block you or create drama. This could be competition at work or someone in your personal life who is not supportive of your growth. Here is what I want you to understand about the Five of Wands, though. This card is not showing up to scare you or make you think that you cannot succeed. It is showing up to prepare you. The universe is giving you a heads up that there might be some resistance, but you already have everything you need to handle it. Remember, you have the King of Pentacles energy, which is about staying grounded and confident in your own worth. You have the Ace of Swords, which gives you clarity and the ability to communicate effectively. The Five of Wands is just noise, and you do not have to engage with every battle that presents itself. What I find really important about this card is that it asks you to choose your battles wisely. Not every conflict is worth your energy. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is simply stay focused on your own path and let other people work through their own insecurities. The Five of Wands can also represent internal conflict, though. Maybe you are struggling with competing desires or feeling pulled in different directions. If that is the case, this card is asking you to get clear on your priorities and make choices that align with your highest good. There is also a competitive element to the Five of Wands that can actually be motivating. A little bit of healthy competition can push you to be better and work harder. If you have been feeling complacent, this card might be the kick you need to step up your game. Just make sure that you are competing with yourself and your own previous accomplishments rather than getting caught up in comparison with others. The seventh card that came through is the Three of Wands, and honestly, Gemini, this is such a beautiful card to see in your reading. The Three of Wands is all about expansion and long-term planning, and looking toward the future with optimism. This is the card of someone who has planted seeds and is now watching them grow. There is a sense of anticipation with the Three of Wands, like you know, something good is coming and you are preparing yourself to receive it. What I love about the Three of Wands following the Five of Wands is that it shows you moving beyond the conflict and drama. You are not getting stuck in the struggle. Instead, you are keeping your eyes on the horizon and focusing on the bigger picture. The Three of Wands asks you to think long-term and to make decisions today that your future self will thank you for. This is about building something that will stand the test of time. In a practical sense, the Three of Wands can represent business partnerships or collaborations. Maybe you are going to team up with someone who shares your vision, and together you are going to create something amazing. There is a sense of synergy with this card, like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. If you have been working on something alone, this might be the time to bring in support or seek out people who can help you take things to the next level. The Three of Wands is also associated with international opportunities and expansion beyond your current borders. For some of you, this could literally mean working with people in other countries or expanding your business globally. For others, it might be more metaphorical, like expanding your thinking or opening yourself up to possibilities you had not considered before. There is a feeling of limitless potential with this card, like you are finally ready to think bigger and dream bolder. From a romantic perspective, the Three of Wands can indicate a relationship that has a future. This is not just a casual fling or a situationship that is going nowhere. The Three of Wands represents commitment and planning for the long haul. If you are in a relationship, you might be having conversations about the future and making plans together. If you are single, this card suggests that when you do meet someone, it is going to be someone who is looking for the same things you are and who is ready to build something real with you. Now, the 8th card I pulled is the Chariot, and oh my goodness, Gemini, this card is so perfect for you because as an air sign, you can sometimes get stuck in your head overthinking everything. The Chariot is about taking action and moving forward with determination and confidence. This is the card of victory through willpower and discipline. When the Chariot shows up, it means you are in the driver's seat of your own life and you have the power to steer yourself in any direction you choose. What I find really powerful about the Chariot in this position is that it confirms all the momentum we have been seeing throughout this reading. You are not just thinking about change or hoping for better things. You are actively creating the life you want through your choices and actions. The Chariot requires focus and commitment. It is about staying on course even when there are distractions or obstacles. This card is telling me that you have the strength and determination to see your goals through to completion. The Chariot is also about balance and control. In the traditional imagery of this card, there are usually two sphinxes or horses pulling in different directions, and the charioteer has to keep them aligned and moving forward together. This represents the different parts of yourself or different areas of your life that need to be balanced. Maybe you are juggling career ambitions and personal relationships. Maybe you are trying to balance your desire for stability with your need for adventure. The Chariot is showing you that you can have it all as long as you stay focused and intentional about how you direct your energy. In terms of the financial blessings that are coming your way, the Chariot tells me that you are going to be taking concrete steps to secure your abundance. This is not about sitting back and hoping money falls into your lap. You are actively going after opportunities and making strategic moves. The Chariot is associated with movement and travel, so for some of you, financial gain might come through a move or a journey. Maybe you are relocating for a job or traveling for business, and that is going to open up new income streams. Romantically, the Chariot can indicate taking a relationship to the next level. If you have been dating someone casually, this might be the time when you both decide to commit and move forward together. There is a sense of intentionality with the Chariot, like you are not just letting things happen, you are actively choosing this person and this path. For those of you who are single, the Chariot suggests that you are going to be very clear about what you want in a partner and you are not going to settle for less. You are driving toward the relationship you truly desire, and nothing is going to stop you. The 9th card is the Hanged Man, and this is interesting because the Hanged Man has a very different energy from the other cards we have been seeing. While so many of the cards have been about action and movement and progress, the Hanged Man asks you to pause and shift your perspective. This is the card of surrender and seeing things from a new angle. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is stop trying to force things and simply allow the universe to work its magic. What I am getting with the Hanged Man is that there might be a period where it feels like things are not moving as fast as you would like. Maybe after all this excitement and momentum, there is a moment of stillness or waiting. The Hanged Man is asking you to trust that this pause is part of the process. Sometimes we need to stop and recalibrate before we can move forward in the right direction. This is not about giving up or losing sight of your goals. It is about releasing control and trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. The Hanged Man is also about sacrifice, but not in a negative way. Sometimes we have to let go of something good to make room for something great. Maybe there is a comfortable situation or relationship that you need to release in order to step into your destiny. The Hanged Man asks you to consider what you might be holding on to out of fear or habit and whether it is time to let it go. This ties back to the Death card we saw earlier. Transformation requires release. What I find beautiful about the Hanged Man in your reading is that it adds depth and wisdom to all the external success you are experiencing. Yes, you are achieving great things and receiving recognition and abundance, but the Hanged Man reminds you to stay grounded and connected to your inner truth. All the success in the world does not mean much if you lose yourself in the process. This card is a gentle reminder to maintain your spiritual practice and to make time for reflection and introspection. In relationships, the Hanged Man can indicate a need to see things from your partner's perspective, or to let go of expectations about how things should be. Maybe you have been trying to control the outcome of a relationship, or push someone to be what you want them to be. The Hanged Man asks you to surrender that need for control and simply be present with what is. Paradoxically, when you stop trying so hard to make things happen, that is often when everything falls into place. The 10th and final card I pulled for you is the Two of Pentacles, and Gemini, this is such a fitting card to end on because it speaks directly to your dual nature. The Two of Pentacles is all about balance and juggling multiple responsibilities and adapting to change. This card shows someone who is keeping several balls in the air at once and managing to do it with grace and even joy. What the Two of Pentacles is telling me is that yes, you are going to have abundance and opportunities coming in, but you are also going to need to be smart about how you manage everything. The Two of Pentacles represents financial management and making sure that you are not overspending or getting in over your head. This is a good time to create a budget or work with a financial advisor to make sure you are making the most of the resources you have. There is also a playful energy to the Two of Pentacles that I really want to highlight. Even though you are juggling a lot, you do not have to be stressed about it. This card encourages you to find the fun in the challenge and to stay flexible and adaptable. Life is always going to throw curveballs, and the Two of Pentacles reminds you that you have the skills to handle whatever comes your way. Your ability to think on your feet and adjust quickly is one of your greatest strengths. The Two of Pentacles can also represent having multiple sources of income or different projects going on at the same time. For some of you, this might mean working a day job while building a side business. For others, it might mean having multiple clients or revenue streams. Whatever the case, the Two of Pentacles is telling you that diversification is a good thing right now. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. The more options you have, the more secure you will be. In terms of love, the Two of Pentacles can indicate balancing a relationship with other areas of your life. Maybe you are trying to figure out how to give attention to a partner while also pursuing your career goals or maintaining friendships. This card is all about finding that sweet spot where you can honor your commitments to others while also taking care of yourself. It is okay to have boundaries, and it is okay to say no sometimes. The Two of Pentacles knows that balance is not about doing everything perfectly. It is about making choices that keep you centered and sane. So Gemini, when I look at all these cards together, the story that is emerging is absolutely incredible. You are standing on the edge of a major breakthrough. The Six of Wands is showing me that recognition and victory are yours. The King of Pentacles confirms that you are stepping into a powerful position of financial abundance and security. The Knight of Wands brings passion and adventure and the courage to take bold action. Death is transforming you at the deepest level and clearing away everything that has been holding you back. The Ace of Swords is giving you the clarity and truth you need to make wise decisions. The Five of Wands acknowledges that there will be challenges, but you have what it takes to overcome them. The Three of Wands shows you looking toward the future with hope and planning for long-term success. The Chariot confirms that you are in control and moving forward with determination. The Hanged Man asks you to pause and trust the process and maintain your spiritual connection. And finally, the Two of Pentacles reminds you to stay balanced and flexible as you navigate all these changes. Now, let me talk about this date that I mentioned at the beginning because the energy around it is so strong. I do not want to give you a specific date because the universe works in mysterious ways and divine timing is real. But what I can tell you is that there is a moment coming very soon where everything aligns. It is like all the planets and all the energies and all the work you have been doing are going to converge in this one perfect moment of opportunity. When it happens, you are going to know, you are going to feel it, and you need to be ready to act. The unexpected money that is coming could show up in so many different ways. It might be a job offer with a salary that exceeds your expectations. It might be a bonus or commission that is larger than you anticipated. It could be an inheritance or a gift from someone who wants to support your dreams. It might be winning something or finding money you forgot you had. The universe is creative and abundant, and when it decides to bless you, it rarely does it in the way you expect. As for the love situation that is connected to all of this, I am getting such beautiful energy. For those of you who are single, there is someone who is going to come into your life and it is going to feel like fate. This is not just any random person. This is someone who matches your energy and your ambition and your vision for the future. The connection is going to be intense, and you might find yourself moving faster than you normally would because it just feels right. Trust that. For those of you who are already in a relationship, I am seeing a deepening of your bond. Maybe you and your partner have been going through a rough patch or feeling disconnected. This energy is going to bring you back together in a powerful way. There might be a conversation or an event that reminds you both why you chose each other. Love is being reignited, and it is going to feel brand new, even if you have been together for years. I want to leave you with this final thought, Gemini. Everything that is coming to you right now is not just luck or chance. You have earned this. You have done the work. You have faced your fears and healed your wounds and shown up for yourself even when it was hard. The universe is responding to your energy and your commitment to your own growth. This is your time. This is your moment. Do not shrink back or doubt yourself, or let anyone make you feel like you do not deserve this. You absolutely do. Stay open to miracles, stay ready to receive, and most importantly, stay true to yourself. The life you have been dreaming about is not some distant future possibility. It is happening right now. Mark this moment in your memory because you are going to look back on it someday and realize that this was when everything changed.